Curious, are there 5 things you wish somebody told you before you started your company?
Okay. Yes, there are 5 things that I wish I knew. The first one being that the day I opened my company, I had no idea what LLC stood for and what it was. I'm not a businesswoman by heart. I am by default, and I've learned a lot. Um, but I was really starting as a designer because that's my passion and that's my field. But along the way, I have become a default businesswoman. There are a lot of things that I wish I had known before, but that was one of them. So I didn't look like an idiot on my first day as a CEO. No, that's, I'm being facetious, but I really, it's just funny how much I've learned and how much I've grown in business. And I do think, people go to school for business, but I do think a lot of it is common sense. I'll give you an example. I've become extremely active on LinkedIn, and I don't have any marketing background. I don't have sales background. But I've just kind of been going along with my gut. And today, I can't even tell you how many contracts I've signed through the use of LinkedIn. People ask me, how do you know what to do? How do you know how? And it's a whole direction in itself to discuss LinkedIn because I have a lot to say on how to utilize it properly and um, how it's helped me grow as a company. Um, but I will say that, I was recently in California and I met someone and he said, "Oh my gosh, I recognize you from LinkedIn." I said, "Really?" It was so random. He said, "Yeah, I give marketing courses and I used your profile as an example to do." And I was floored. But, so I think that some business things and marketing things, I think are common sense. And, I've had great mentors and friends, and, who've helped me along the way with that. So that's one thing I wish I would known. The second thing that I wish I would have known is that people don't pay your bills. People do not pay bills. Now, if someone would have told me, maybe you know what? No, I'm glad no one told me this actually. Maybe I wouldn't have started. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, that is one of my greatest challenges. And it's something that I'm still trying to figure out. You know, you give so much, and people don't realize that I'm not a big corporation. I literally, money that comes in, I pay my employees and I go shopping, the supermarket, to buy food to put on the table. It's not, I don't think people realize that by them holding back, how closely it affects people, you know? So that's the second thing about the bill. A third thing that I learned is there's no such thing as a 9 to 5, which every business owner will tell you there is no such thing. I'm catching up on my emails at 3 in the morning because all day when I'm in the office, I'm working with the design team. I'm on the phone with clients. I'm meeting vendors. I'm looking for new products, for new design products. It's so important to keep finding new items, new products, push the boundaries in design. So when do I get the rest of it done? When do I get contracts done? When do I answer my emails? That's the 3 a.m. time slot. So that's something I don't know if what I would have done differently, but something that I didn't know before. Another thing is, as important it is to hire right, it's important to fire right. The whole atmosphere of an office depends on your employees. And if you have happy people, positive people, that's the kind of environment you'll have. If you have negativity, it breeds other negativity and then it becomes a toxic environment. Which brings me to number 5 is I didn't know I would be a kindergarten teacher. There's a whole lot of drama that I didn't realize I would have to deal with as an employer. Um, but I will say that 95% of the time, whether I've had to let somebody go or settle a dispute, people do walk out of my office with a smile, because I think it's so important to know how to reach people, how to elicit the kind of response that you need in a positive way. And I think it's an art of knowing how to deal with people, to understand the situation and know how to target and how to get the response that you need.
Super. Thank you so much. So here's our coup de grace. So I've been very blessed that prominent CEOs and celebrities read my column. So here's your chance to reach out to them. Is there anyone in the world or the U.S. that you would love to have a breakfast or lunch with, and why?
Well, being a designer, there are quite a few interior designers that I follow on social media and in magazines. And there's a particular designer that I am so intrigued by, and I keep wondering, where does she come up with this stuff? There are so many designers out there who have beautiful taste, but this one is just so unique and so out of the box. Her name is Kelly Wiersler. She's based in California, and I'm just so fascinated with her work. Part of what I'm fascinated by is her work-life balance, which is a challenge for everybody, especially and, I have a busy household, but at the same time, I'm building a design firm. You know, we have other projects in the works, um, our own manufacturing on many levels. We have a purchasing company. We have a lot going on. And Kelly Wiersler, I see, also has so much going on, her own lines here and there. And I'm just amazed how she does it all. And it's kind of what I aspire to accomplish at the same time. I know support system is the most important, and it looks like I don't know her. I would love to meet her. I think we do have, some common ground that I would love to pick her brain on. And yeah, I would love to meet her.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you only success.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.